Hey everybody, how you doing? It's your boy from Brooklyn, Chef Shannon Ambrosio, just saying, you guys ready for another cooking and eating? Well, today, let's do lunch. Have your people call my people. We're gonna be making a grilled chicken salad with an orange maple vinaigrette, and I'm gonna top it with a little bit of honey sliced mango. It's gonna be delicious. So let's get right into it. I have out in front of me my mise en place. We all know, say it with me folks, mise en place. You're gonna need lettuce. I like romaine. It's one of my favorite lettuces. It has a lot of bite to it, right? Because a lot of times when you get mixed greens, like the baby mixed greens, they tend to be, a little frail. They're not as, tough as the rest of the lettuces. We have our lemon for our grilled chicken. We got cucumber, tomato, of course, our mango for the finish. We have our mandarin for our orange maple vinaigrette, a little bit of shallot inside there, Dijon mustard, oregano, and of course, our maple syrup in here. We're gonna top it with walnuts and dried cranberries. A great little additive to your salads. More protein and a little bit of bite with a little bit of tanginess in the back. And of course, I have the chicken, but I'm leaving that in the fridge. Again, we're trying to eliminate the idea of Sal showing up. You know who Sal is, right? Sal Manila. We don't want him at our lunch, okay? So the first thing I'm gonna start working on is my lettuce. Next thing I need to grab, I'm back, is my colander or my strainer. It goes right inside the sink. I'm only taking the chef knife out, okay? I'm gonna cut the bottom of the romaine off. A lot of people will just toss this out. This is the crunchiest part of the romaine lettuce, right? When you go get like a Caesar salad, most of the time they make the Caesar salad with just the bottom parts. You really don't even get the top greens. But the top greens, that's where all the vitamins and nutrients are. So I'm gonna cut this as close as I can, and I'm just gonna chop the rest of it. Do not leave your lettuce giant pieces or too stringy, because it gets hard to pick up with the fork. So after I'm done chopping the lettuce, this goes right into the colander in the sink, okay? I'm gonna run cold water. Rinse off your lettuce when you are making a salad. Let it drain properly, okay? It's like your pasta. Try not to take your pasta either after it come out of the water and just throw it inside with the rest of the sauce. You make it too soupy, you understand what I mean? Same thing with your salad. Make sure you drain all the liquid out of there, all of it, so that you're not serving a soggy salad. That's the last thing we wanna do. Now, next thing I'm gonna work on is the tomato, of course. I like to take the seeds out of my tomatoes, okay? That's me. I don't particularly like the seeds. Again, I'm thinking about the salad, and if it makes it soggy, I do not want it in there. And besides that, the seeds, these are not really that good for you. If you're planting tomatoes, then by all means, keep the seeds. But me, I'm not. And then, look, easy peasy to get this out. I don't want the top part. I want bite-sized pieces for my tomatoes. Again, I don't like giant pieces in the salad. Next thing, of course, cucumber. I like to peel the cucumber. This cucumber happens to be one of those seedless ones. But do you see, they say seedless. They don't mean it. So what I'll do is I'll cut this into 4 pieces. Okay? And then I go and I take out the seeds. It will water down your salad. So I take the seeds out, I'm done. Remember, bite-sized pieces. Next we got shallot. We don't need that much. And again, I'm getting all my mise en place done. So this right here is not for the salad, this is for the vinaigrette. So, cutting this, putting that to the side, and I'm only using a small piece, and I'm gonna dice this really fine. Remember, take off that skin. That outer skin is very hard to chew. So we're gonna get this done. And this is just gonna get a fine dice. I like shallots because they're not as strong as regular onions. Regular onions tend to have a bite, and it's for the vinaigrette. So it's gonna be mixed in with oils and the acid from the mandarin. This is a mandarin maple vinaigrette. I'm gonna cut my mandarin right in half. because we're only using the juice. Next thing I need is my Dijon mustard, okay? Dijon mustard for a vinaigrette is an emulsifier. It gives it that creamy texture, okay? And it adds a little tang in the back, right? And of course, maple syrup, what? Ratios for vinaigrette: 1 part acid, 3 parts fat. And it could be any fat. I just happen to be using vegetable oil, okay? So in goes the juice of the mandarin. You see that? We can get a little bit on everything because it's going to be in the dressing. Come on, this is easy peasy, folks. This dressing calls for vegetable oil. Ratios, 3 to 1. You're going to need a little bit of vegetable oil in there. Next thing in, again, spoons, my Dijon mustard. Dijon mustard goes in. Maple syrup in. Oh, this is going to be so good. Wait till you taste this. And what do we need? Fresh cracked black pepper. Again, nothing in that jar right there. Okay? Right inside the jar. Kosher salt. And you can add more salt, but what do we have to do first before we add more salt? Taste it. So in here we have everything. I think I'm good to go. I'm going to need my shallot to finish this off. And the great thing about this vinaigrette, okay, is that it doesn't just have to go on salad. Say you have something else you think will taste delicious on. Put it on that. I don't care what it is. You got an old flip-flop in the closet from like 17 summers ago, throw that on the grill right there. Sprinkle a little bit of that vinaigrette on there. I ain't telling nobody. When you make a vinaigrette, you have to whip this, incorporate the air and the whole thing inside this vinaigrette. We're eliminating that step. You see that? Mason jar, top. Here's the blender. Look at that. Perfect. Oh, so come on. We need a little bit of shallot, a little bit of everything in there. No, come on. Folks, listen to me. If you were here, I'd share this with you. I'd probably have to charge you for lunch, but I'll share it with you anyway. My personal opinion, after tasting it, it needs some salt. So I'm going to put a little bit more salt in there. You can add salt. You can't take it away. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the gunshot wound. Once it's done, once you shot, you shot. That's it. And I'm going to add a little bit more cracked black pepper. I want a little flavor inside there. That's it, right there. You going to work, you going to school, you going to have a picnic with Yogi the Bear. Hey, boo-boo, where's my picnic basket? You need containers, okay? One for the salad and the chicken, right here. And you need a container for the salad dressing. Do not dress your salad the night before and then leave it overnight. The salad gets soggy. It's horrible when you go to eat it. So don't do that. I get my mixing bowl out for the salad. Okay. In goes my lettuce. Remember, it's good. It's drained. I could tell it's fluffy again, right? If there was too much water on here, it would be weighted down. Okay. So lettuce goes in. Next thing goes our tomato and cucumber. In goes the cranberries. Now, don't worry about this not looking pretty. This is a salad, okay? And the walnuts. And I don't chop the walnuts for what, right? You take them in your hand and you crush them a little bit, okay? And then you just sprinkle them inside the salad. Delicious. And that's it for the salad. Now, this I put off to the side until the very end. And now I'm going to get the chicken out. Okay, rule of thumb. Listen to me, folks, okay? Chicken goes out. I am not putting this on the same cutting board that I do all my cutting on. I'm moving this to the side, and I'm taking out this cutting board. This cutting board here is the one I use for chicken. We know, sal. We don't want sal around. For a chicken salad, okay, we're using just the grilled chicken on the salad. Do not slice them too thin, but slice them thin enough so that they do not dry out, okay? I don't like big, fat, thick chicken cutlets on my salad or in anything. I'm basically just gonna cut this chicken cutlet basically in half so that when I put it on the grill, it doesn't dry out. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. I just take off the fat that I could see, okay? I don't like the grizzly parts of my chicken, so I'm just gonna clean them off, okay? And did you see, one chicken breast will give me 2 fillets, will give me 2 cutlets. Remember, Sal, I'm cleaning, I'm washing my hands. I know I'm gonna touch the chicken again, but I gotta grab the pan, I gotta get a couple of other things done, and I do not want that cross-contamination at all. Paper towel, why? Because I can throw it away. I have a cast iron pan that has like a grill inside, which I love, right? So when I can't get outside and barbecue and grill, and we all know what I always say, keep your meat moist. You know me, I'm the barbecue guy from that show. Remember, Big Bad Barbecue Bro? Yeah, that one. So I have my grill pan for inside here. I'm putting it right on the stove and I'm turning it on. Remember, cast iron takes a while for it to get warmed up. And I want this pan pretty hot when the chicken first goes in there, okay? And I'm cleaning the knife, especially this one. This one was used for the chicken. So I have to make sure I clean this one right away. I don't want this sitting there. And do not leave your knives in the sink, okay, with the rest of the dirty dishes. Because when you reach in that sink, if you have a sharp knife in there, you forget it's there, you'll remember real quick. You know what goes great on grilled chicken? Fresh squeezed lemon juice. Stop using that stuff out of a jar. Buy a lemon, it's cheaper. I'm gonna use a little bit of olive oil in the pan, okay? So it doesn't stick. Now when that chicken goes down into that pan, I want the pan hot, but what I'm gonna do immediately is lower it so that this way the chicken cooks evenly, okay? And we want those grill marks, we want those nice grill marks in there. Next thing I'm gonna do, salt and pepper my chicken. And why am I doing only one side? Because I'm gonna put it down on that side. Salt up high, bing, bing, and we're good to go. Chicken is going in, pan is hot, you can see it smoking. The side that I did the salt and pepper goes down first. You hear that? That's what you want. Now the next thing I'm doing is lowering this pan. Salt and pepper the other side. I have my lemon, I'm gonna cut it. I only need half, so I'm gonna take a half. This has to be strained. I don't want any seeds. So I take my little strainer, and when I'm ready, I squeeze it right in there. I know the chicken is ready to be turned for 2 reasons. One, it lifts out of the pan easily. Second is that it starts to turn opaque and white. So I will take that and flip the chicken. Look at that. Perfect grill marks. Okay, now comes the lemon juice. Remember, my strainer goes over. Look, fresh squeezed lemon juice right on the chicken. That's how it's supposed to be done, folks. And then the last thing I'm doing, of course, is the oregano. When that chicken comes out, I'm gonna put it on the board. It's gonna rest for a minute or 2. I want the juices to come back together. As the chicken finishes up, I turn the heat off. I'm going to peel the mango, and I'm using my chef knife. I wanna be as close as I can, just pulling off the skin. And you could use a regular vegetable peeler, that would work too. Cut a little flat part to your mango first. You put the mango down on a flat part so it doesn't move around. And you take the knife and you dig it in there. When you feel the pit, you come up just a little bit and you keep cutting, okay? Then you turn it around so you don't slice through your fingers, and then you do the same thing. And there you go. And I'm just gonna cut this into slices. We're gonna get this beautiful, beautiful salad finished. Clean off my cutting board, because that's where my chicken is going. Do not put cooked ingredients on a cutting board that you put raw ingredients on. Can you open this for me? my hands are slippery. In goes our vinaigrette. Remember all that goodness in there? And you don't want to put too much vinaigrette in here. It's better to have a little less, especially with the salad. You do not want it to be soggy, okay? And then you toss your salad. You gotta toss your salad. You do a little dance. That's the toss salad dance. And do you see how beautiful? Look at all those colors. Chicken's coming out. I'm putting this on my cutting board. Now it's time to cut. Again, remember what I was saying. Try not to cut such giant pieces of chicken, okay? Now, if you would have cooked this on high heat the entire time, it would have shriveled up to nothing. It'd be like a wafer cookie right now. So make sure you put it on high heat, turn it down once it starts cooking. It'll stay juicy, okay? We want juicy. What do we always say? Keep your meat moist. Now it's time to serve. You'll see how stunning this is gonna look. Chicken's gonna go on, and on goes the mango. And let's just dress this just a little bit, just to make it nice. We don't need any more than that. Then I'm gonna take a little bit of that oregano and sprinkle right on top. We get a little bit of the salad. Make sure we get a little cranberry, a little bit of chicken, a little bit of tomato in there, cucumber, a little bit of the mango, that's sweet at the end. And Now, I got to get to the rest of the eating part of the cooking and eating video. And while I do that, listen, make sure you subscribe, okay? If you liked it, throw a thumbs up. And if you got anything to say, just leave it in the comments below. We'll figure it out as we go along. And make sure you get your bell rung so you're notified next time I put a cooking and eating video up. Now follow me on my social media. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm doing the TikTok thing now. Tag me in your lunch posts. I want to see what you're cooking. Now I gotta go. I got some more eating to do, and you got some cooking to do. Now get to cooking, all right? I gotta finish this up here.